back. Hello? Hello? Yeah? Okay. Alright. Display capture. Display capture. Window capture. Waveform. Da 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 da. Let's add a new source. Let's add an audio output. Add a new source. Desktop output. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I guess Behringer? Yeah. There you go. Okay, so this is just, again, we were hanging out earlier. So yeah, I released a fucking EP today, a little bit ago. And I figured maybe we should just, like, I don't know, fucking hang out, talk about it. Maybe I could answer some questions. Maybe play some songs. Maybe go through some stems. I don't know. Really, whatever. I'm gonna be here all night just fucking around. Yeah. I have a guitar in hand. If anyone wants to hear anything. Does this sound okay? Is everything fine? Yeah. I'm not really sure what to put on screen though. Like, it's pretty fucking boring. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Let me just, like, I don't even remember how to do. I haven't streamed since like 2019, not 2020 probably. I guess I could just fucking, I don't know. I don't know what I can show you. I guess, like, maybe, how do you make like a slideshow here? Image slideshow. Oh, there you go. Hold on. Always play. Okay, I'll add a directory of shit. Like that. Wait, what the fuck? Add directory. There you go. Done. Wow, it's huge though. It's huge. I fucking hate this. Hold on, I'm on it. I promise you it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it actually, but I promise you it's something. Trying to make this there you go. Here's the deodorant. If you haven't grabbed your Tencha deodorant yet, now's your chance. Yeah, there you go. It's just fucking. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I hate streaming. There you go. That should do something, right? Should I do like face cam? They look like garbage right now, so I don't know. Fucking. Can I even do face cam? Do I have a webcam? I don't remember. Hold on. Like, does this fucking thing have a webcam? Let's see. Oh, it does, but it looks like shit. Let's see. There you go. Is that what's happening? What the fuck is happening? There you go. Oh, that's more like it. What the fuck is this? What am I doing? How do I crop this shit? Like I don't want my whole ass face. I want to crop it. Can I crop it? What the fuck is happening? Who's talking to me? Okay, I'll be super tiny. I guess that's as good as I can. As good as I can do. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do? I don't know. I guess there's a. Do you want to just like chill and play video games or something? I don't know. Just whoever is here, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. You know what I mean? Why is my fucking face cam so red? Configure video. Saturation. There you go. That's more so than I want it. What is a crossbar? Does anybody know what a crossbar is? What the fuck is a crossbar? Crossbar. What the fuck is a crossbar? Oh, I'm upside down. Use hardware decoding. No. Alright, fine. I'm so bored. Like I didn't anticipate to do much on the release date. Like I figured like it would just like things to do would just kind of like appear, but I didn't have anything planned. So like I guess I could just do like a Q&A or whatever. Like if anyone, whoever the fuck is watching this, hold on, if they have any questions, just drop them in there, and I will 100% answer because I have nothing else planned for the rest of the day. Just I released a thing. Like I released an EP. If anyone hasn't fucking figured that out already, and I'm really, really interested in the prospect of you listening to it, because I'm super proud of it. I worked my fucking ass off on it. You know, the usual. But if you want, we can also just play songs and shit. That would be fine as well. Guess I'll just chill for a while. Play something maybe. I have stickers now as well. There's a sticker pack of vinyl stickers that's for sale on the Bandcamp. Let me see if I can share that my desktop so I can actually show you. Display capture. There you go. And there you go. Let's go to the Bandcamp. I hate my fucking face cam. Hold on. There you go. If I put myself there, you can't really see my face, which is great. Alright. Like, let's go to the thing. Let me show you the stickers. There you go. So, I mean, you get like a bunch of different little lettuce little boys, and the good thing about them is they're not they aren't like paper, so you can they're I guess first of all waterproof, and also they just like last longer and they stick more. Like they stick like fucking tape. It's crazy. I stuck some on my wall. You know, the wall that has like all the comics. And it stayed there forever. How the fuck do I? How the fuck do I? I can't see the comments without. God damn it! I hate like streaming shit. It's so not what I'm used to. Fucking goddamn it. Where the fuck is it? I'm so confused. I am so confused. You know what? Let's go to Reaper. Reaper is my safe place. How the fuck do I look at the chat without OBS opening and looking like dog shit? What the how do I do it? Like I don't know how to what the fuck? I don't know. What the fuck do I do? Any fucking gamer that's like good with OBS that can tell me? No? Cool. Thanks. I'm gonna look it up. How to look at stream comments, stream chat. How to see chat. OBS. Pop out chat. Chat section. Pop out chat. Chat section. I don't know how to do it. Fucking how do I do this? Alright people, this
Having to stream with one monitor can be extremely frustrating.
How the
Link on top of my display on top of our game. Now when you stream on Facebook or YouTube, you need to do it in another way. Now click on this right here and then make it smaller. Let's make it about the same size as the Twitch. Got a separate window. That's simply top of our game. Now when you stream on Facebook or YouTube, you need to do it in another way. Now for those that stream on YouTube, you will obviously recognize this dashboard, and on the right you can see your chat, right? But if you click on these buttons right here and then on pop out chat, then you will get a
wait, what? Pop up. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright. How do I keep this there though?
separate window that's playing the recent events, since that's gonna be the same. And I'm gonna get on and then log in with your streaming platform, follow, show it with, click on the messages, and then I'm gonna show
like a what I want is like for it to stay there. I mean, like stay here. How do I like lock it in place? Sure, sure. This'll do. This should do. It doesn't. It fucking goes away. It's so fucking annoying. Oh, hold on. I can turn on my fucking tablet. Just just have the comments there. Like if I divide my screen in a different way. Display. Or not. I don't know. Hold on. I'm an old man. Like, is that not super clear? Panel, control panel, right? Yeah. Is it fucking? Is it here? Display. No, I don't know. Ah. Monitor. Here you go. The fuck do you mean it didn't detect it? I have a fucking tablet right here, like right next. I am. Oh, here we go. Keep. Yes. Yes. I have done it. You don't. Nothing's changed for you, but I have done it. Hi. Hi, book fan. I just figured out how to fucking stream. I'm like an old person. So yeah, basically what we're gonna be doing is like maybe honestly it's a kind of whatever situation. We can play songs like we can. I'm on Reaper because like it's my go-to, which is like this is my safe haven as to like what to do with my life. I'm fine, thank you. I'm pretty excited. I released an EP, so I guess I could just really just break down some of the songs on it. Maybe talk about them one by one. Or I could just like work on some shit that I'm actually working on. I don't know. Let's go to Adarash, which is the opening track for the EP. So yes, that is 100. That is my loading screen. Usually I play acoustic like 70% of the time. Production wise, it's pretty electronic. But most of my songs start on this boy. It's just like a very kind of. It's because when you're making music, you're looking for like the most visceral kind of thing, and I think there's something to be said about like the you touching the thing and it making the noise. You know what I mean? As opposed to like a MIDI controller, which is like 3 to 4 degrees of separation. Like it's a keyboard, but it doesn't do anything, and then you have to like know how to operate another device to be able to even give that key a sound. Um, and sometimes when you're just like MIDI sequencing with just your mouse and shit, there's even less, like less actual interaction from the actual human body into the thing. Hi, big live. uh, no worries, man. It's totally fine. Just happy to see you stop by. Uh, I hope you like the music. Um, but so yeah, most songs will start in acoustic these days. Um, Aside from that, I play a lot of bass. Like, it's probably the instrument that I enjoy the most. Um, you know, feels good, and it's thick and it's simple, and like that simplicity allows me to like come up with a lot with melodies easier because there's less options. So for example, if just pay attention to any of the other songs you like by me, and just kind of like you'll notice that the bass line is usually the most melodic part, even though it's carrying the harmonic information as well. What are the tools that I use? If you mean like physical tools, um, I would say nothing special, just like an audio interface, a couple mics, and a laptop. I mean, aside from the instruments and shit. Um, I do have recently acquired. I did recently acquire a decent pair of headphones and a couple shitty monitors to mix properly. And like it's not to say that if you don't have that you can't, but it just facilitates a lot of different things. Beyond that, it's usually just all software. Like a bunch of free VSTs, like the Kilohertz bundle, the Spitfire Labs series of plugins, which is uh, as a company, Spitfire is like questionable, I guess, but they just they're just so good. And a big one that I use is Addictive Drums too. I have actually quit school. Um, I mean, I finished high school, and then I went on to university and quit first semester. I went to university for music composition. Couldn't fucking take it. Then uh, took like a 6 month kind of in betweener break, if nothing, and then started going to school for audio engineering, and got halfway through the degree and just fucking quit again. So I have an audio assistant degree, but I've yet to finish my engineering degree. Not that I use them, but yeah, I don't go to school. I am straight working class. Which, by the way, music is my job. Like my entire livelihood is music. That's how I pay rent. That's how I do it. Dude, I just turned 21 like 3 days ago. I don't know what your age is, but yeah, I'm 21 years old. I'm honestly the fucking the wait, hold on, you're 42. That's really fucking cool. You're like quite literally twice my age. You're two of me, Grook. You are two of me. God, dude, computer science. I don't. I think I am not. I'm just like not built for like formal education. Oh, you're 21. All right, fine. How does it feel to be able to drink in the U.S., bro? I don't know. Dude, 25 is fine. Like, it's not. I don't think it means anything until you start being like a proper burden to the people around you. You know what I mean? Because like there's like I have some family members that are like in their late 20s, or like I had a stepdad who was in his early 40s and still like lived with his mom, and he was like unemployed and felt like nothing, no remorse about it. So yeah, like as long as you're like, you know, you're even then you're like a valid human being, you know. But like you don't you don't have to you don't have to have anything to show for anything. You can just sort of exist. You know what I mean? Um, Sorry asks, what do you do for a living? Arm surgery. Holy shit. Um, I I do music full time. This is my job. Mostly producing for other people. Um, that's like my main thing. I will you will find me in like weird credits for shit, for mixing, mastering, and just production, songwriting, all that kind of shit, and sync licensing. But yeah, that's my bread and butter. I recently got a government grant for music, for the promotion of the arts. That's how I make the bread. Plus album sales and shit. Um, Japanese is, if you like it, it's really rewarding. Me and my partner, we like sort of speak like half English, half Japanese most of the time, and that not only does that help us like actually accustom ourselves to the language, but it also just like it just feels natural. Like we don't force it out. It just sort of happens like that. Armenians, I've heard they're really like hairy. That's the thing that I've heard. And also System of a Down. That's the two things that I know. And System of a Down is hairy, so there you go. I guess I know one thing. I actually like unironically love System of a Down, and I was like really into like Armenian traditional music when I was 13 because I was into System of a Down, and I was like, recognize the genocide, and it's like I have nothing to do with this, but it's like, and I'm not saying that it's wrong to be like to tell people to recognize the Armenian genocide. It's just probably shouldn't say that in stream, huh? But it was just like so weird because I was a 13-year-old in Uruguay being all about the Armenians, and it's like, what the fuck, what, you know? It's like seeing like Japanese people post about George Floyd or some shit. Ace, what did you say? What was that? I feel like he said something to some. I feel like there was something there. that could have gotten him in trouble. Maybe. But yeah, I would love to go to Armenia. Probably just because you are Armenian. Hell yeah! Are you hairy? Do you have a lot of body hair? Confirm my theory. What the fuck? What are you saying? Ace, are you hairy? I need to know. Hell yeah. That's there you go. Thank you for confirming. I have this weird thing, like I'm mixed. I'm like half Italian, half Native American. So like Native American from like here, from Uruguay. So like so half of me is hairy, like super hairy. And the other half is like bald. It's so weird. It's like half, like, below the waist it's all hair, and above it is nothing. Bye, sorry. Go to bed. Production doesn't really like oh, in America people say you're a bear? No, that's just, I mean, a bear, what I would call a bear is like a burly gay. You know what I mean? A lumberjack looking himbo with a little bit of sass on him. Yeah, production like doesn't really have to involve instruments. Because, for example, when I started producing, I didn't know how to play anything. I just sort of like had a strong musical sense of shit. I used to beatbox a lot and record like a cappella kind of shit because that's the only thing I could do. And that was like enough to get me started and like started knowing how DAWs work and all that kind of shit. And then like separate from that, a couple of years later, I started learning instruments, and then like I figured out how to like record the instruments into the DAW, and then it was like the two skill sets kind of started merging, and that's how Asload happened. That's how Lechuga compilation 1 and 2 happened. Which you can tell that they're rough, you know what I mean? But like the ideas were there. I never really set out to be like a really good whatever player, like an instrumentalist or if anything. It was always just like all about wanting to make songs, you know what I mean? Make sounds. Actually, like, Lukia, hi, you got the CD, yay! Thank you. I'm so glad. I hope you get the new one as well. I'll send you that as well. I'm so worried because like you're going, Ace, what the fuck are you saying? I'm so worried because like the our fucking post system here in Uruguay is like known to be garbage. But it's I'm glad it got there safely. Yeah, Yeah, look, I just like today I released a new one. I released an EP today. It's called Trauma. This is what the stream is about. um, Albert, thank you, Albert. Check the new thing out, the new album out. It's out today. You might be into it. What the fuck was I saying? Pokefan. Oh, thank you. You probably did find me through like a cover. Like the most watched thing in my channel is a cover of a Zankyo no Terror thing, or the fucking breakcore guitar idea thing that everyone seems to like. You know what's funny about the song Ache? That song was not even meant to go into the album, like into Cross Hatching. It was more like I wrote it about something that was going on in my life at the time. I wrote it acoustically, and it was just like a sort of an expression of whatever I was feeling. And then I realized like I was a track short in album runtime. And so I kind of like made it into like the version that you probably are familiar with, like the one that's like with the Vocaloid and all that kind of shit. It's just like a fucking drugged up version of the song. Like the actual song itself is just an acoustic kind of little song. And like then I posted that acoustic version, which like in my head that's like the original. But it just shows up as the acoustic. But I guess it makes more sense than saying like a electric version to the other one. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was produced at the very very tail end of the, like right before the album was released. Like I think I sent it to Daisuke, like to master, like afterwards, like not even in the same batch. Sort of explained to him like, oh, by the way, this one too. But yeah, it turned out to be one of my best-selling product, and I'm glad, honestly, because I love that song and I love what it means to me. So yeah, it's nice. It's also easy to play. like it's like. It's in a different tuning, but like it's close enough. It's easy to it's easy to play and sing it at the same time, which is, as any guitarist will know, is the like it's so fucking difficult. It's like I can't play. What is it? Ah, speaking of which, I can't fucking play. I can't play. She worries. There's nothing anyone can do. You know what I mean? Like it can happen. So it's just like a really really nice, really easy to produce, really it makes me feel good. Pokefan, why would you be sad? What's happening? Is something on your mind? Are you feeling under the weather emotionally? Because when the sun shines, we shine. Oh, a sad song. I mean, it's not a sad song. I mean, it's a song about love. You know what I mean? it's like a very low self-esteem kind of point of view on a relationship. Um. Oh, Redisconnect. Fucking Redisconnect. Redisconnect was the first song I did for that album. Because because this is what happened. I had just downloaded Arturia Analog Lab 3, which had a Wurlitzer preset. Which, if you don't know, Wurlitzer is like an old style of electric piano, and I had been listening to the A Silent Voice soundtrack a lot, which it's just my favorite fucking soundtrack ever. It's just immaculate. Poker fan, having low self-esteem is kind of a requirement to like my music. So, but yeah, I had just downloaded that because I wanted that sound, and I sort of fell in love with it. And so like I just created a song around that. So like most of the textures that aren't guitar there or screams are probably Wurlitzer. If I had no shoe glue, would I use leftover rice or Elmer's? Like Elmer's glue? I mean, how much Elmer's glue do I have? Because like, if I have a little bit of if I have a little bit of Elmer's glue, I'm using the rice. But if I have like a whole fucking bottle, I'm using the glue. You know what I mean? Lucia, that anime is very sad. Solar, dude, it's. I don't know if you've read the manga. It's so. It's the like the personhood of these like characters is fucking crazy. Like it's so legit. It on the good stuff and on the bad stuff. And so like it they feel so three-dimensional, and like it allows you to relate in a way that like not many other kind of like slice of lifey or like your namey kind of shit do. So like it just like it felt like a very like it feels written by someone who's very emotionally intelligent, which is refreshing. Let's say the damage is about an open mouth. Well, depends on the mouth. If it's like a Steven Tyler mouth, it's, you know, is different. But in general, I'd go for the rice because I feel like it expands. You know what I mean? Like once it dries, it's like pretty solid. Like kind of almost like plastic. Anime suggestions. I haven't watched anime in a fucking long ass time. One of my all-time favorites is Barakamon. I've watched that a bunch of times. It's just a dude like going to the countryside to draw and to write, I guess. And that's it. I also like Zankyo no Terror. And for lesser known stuff, I guess. The fuck is this shit called? Ano Natsu de Materu. Ano Natsu de Materu. It's like the it's like sort of, but not really, part of the Onegai series. Emotional intelligence is, for me, has been like the biggest revelation. Like the whole reason why I was able to make this new record is because I started going to therapy. I got diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder and complex post traumatic stress. So and what was happening is basically like growing up autistic, I had been like suppressing like like just tons of shit, um like unbelievable amounts of stuff. Like, for example, I would talk to my partner about something. I would mention like a childhood thing that for me was funny, and she was like, "Holy fuck! Like that's incredibly fucked up. Like, did you ever think that might have had an effect on you as and like and I was like, huh." Like I never shit like that never even crossed my mind. Like let's start from the beginning. Like when I was like, my dad was murdered. You know what I mean? Like that's a pretty fucking rough start. But then like, you know, I used to believe that I had like a pretty whatever life, like pretty it was fine, like it was good. But then like when I started like going to therapy and like actually talking to people and like opening up, it sort of came like it's sort of everyone kind of had to like break the news to me, like, you had a pretty rough life. And I was like, huh, that explains a lot. But so like by at that point I was like 18. I'm 21 now, but when that whole thing started, I was like 18 probably. And I remember at that point I hadn't cried, hadn't been able to cry for about 9 years. And I remember I just went to my girl's house this one time and just fucking broke down out of nowhere because I finally like felt safe. You know what I mean? And like that was like, I remember that was November 28th. No, yeah, the night of November 28th. Of 20, either 2019 or 2020. And that was like sort of like a catalyst moment. And after that I was like, what the fuck is happening? What was that? You know what I mean? And I started to like look into it, and like, yeah, and long story short, I was like incredibly depressed, and I had an obsessive compulsive disorder. And eventually I started taking medication, and right now I am on medication. I am on sertraline, ariprazolam, flutronazepam, and occasionally clonazepam. Then I also developed a fucking like a psychosomatic skin condition, which has been fucking with me for the past two years, and that was due to stress. Because again, music is my only job, and like, you know how it is, it's pretty fucking unstable. Book a fan. Last year, I feel like that's valid. I cried like 2 days ago. Like $900, bruh. What the? Why would? Holy shit! That's like. That's insane, dude. What the? Why? I would see. That's why I quit school. Fuck that, dude. I'm never going back to school. Like, formal education, I'm done with it. Absolutely not. Like, that just sort of sealed the deal for me right there. Holy shit, I'm so sorry, man. And you failed. That's so fucking annoying. Your dad sounds old school. Hi. Data structures. What the fuck does that even mean? And also, why would you pay $900 to fucking, I don't know, man. Dude, yeah, even if you pay, like, that sucks, man. Hi, Nemo. But yeah, therapy is like fucking 85. Jesus Christ! Like, are you a late kid or what the fuck? But yeah, therapy is like, I have a complicated relationship with therapy because for my like mental profile, it's pretty hard to find therapy that actually works, and it's not that isn't counterproductive. Because like for OCD, you know, like the usual for anxiety kind of stuff is like cognitive behavioral therapy. And for OCD, is the opposite. It's like kind of you have to like, expose yourself to the triggers and shit, and it's a nightmare. But it's really hard to find people who do that while also keeping in mind my autism. But whatever. If you find the right therapy, it's really beneficial. Guitar videos. Actually, yeah. I've been producing a lot of tracks for different artists. That include a lot of like complex little guitar parts. And so I'm kind of like really excited to kind of show you that stuff. Cause like the guitar stuff don't really do much for myself anymore because I don't find it super interesting. But when people ask me to do it, I have a lot of fun. You know what I mean? As a session kind of thing. You should have younger parents. I guess you're right. Like, I mean, it for me it's all about the quality of the parent themselves. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily about their age, but the age does mean that their views on certain things will change. And like, you know, I would hate to like be, I don't know, LGBT and have an older parent because that would like probably increase the chances of them kind of, you know, rejecting that side of you or whatever. And also applying older values to a modern world and modern society, and it like just doesn't add up, and like you're sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place like that. My family was always all about like work, like getting bread. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to excel. And so like that was like the main focus for the longest time, and I was the one to have to be like to have to break the cycle. I had to force myself out of it. I had to snap out of it because I was like brainwashed into it too. I had to kind of like step out of the grind culture. Like, for example, I'd never seen my mother do anything for fun. It was always for work. There was nothing that she did for fun ever. And so every time that I did something for fun, I would feel guilty, and then I would stop doing it. You know, and every time my mom would pass by, I granted at this point I was like 13. But like, for example, if I was in my computer and I was like watching some fucking YouTube video or something, if I noticed that she would be like passing like through, I would like switch to my email to just like pretend like I'm doing something important, and like so she doesn't think I'm a failure or something like that. I'm way past that now. Mostly because I moved out. That was like a very important thing for me. Like I couldn't have done it otherwise, I feel like. and just that the environment, changing your environment is so important. Okay, Beslamelo y Capuchin. I hope I approximated that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. I agree. I would say that I am uh, probably the most. I have the most responsibility I've ever had, but I am also the happiest I've ever been. Um, which I think can only come by experiencing all the bad stuff as well. You know what I mean? Albert. Oh, dude, fucking here, like Latin America is like the the place for like teen pregnancy and shit. Because we do have like legal abortion, and it's very much like a celebrated thing, which is I personally think it's great. Um, but a lot of people just like culturally will just choose to keep the kid. You know what I mean? And so so it shit happens to as where like my nephews are older than me, but like me and my sisters are not super far apart in age. You know what I mean? So do you understand what that like that what that means? Um, like it's super like people are like really maybe not so much anymore, but like in the past 10 years, I mean the early to late 2000s, the 2000s, there was a lot of like we're gonna be parents. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, these days I feel like it's more about preserving the actual if you find a stable relationship and shit like that. I think preserving that is kind of more important. Um, I mean, we are in an era where it's all everything is treated very casually. Everything is like very, people will, I think, kind of compartmentalize when it comes to relationships and love and like dating and all that stuff. And I don't necessarily like that a lot at all. Really, it feels like a kind of like a postmodern thing of like it kind of rids you of the patheticity of being human, which is so kind of essential to the experience of being human. Like being so like self-aware that like you lose touch with what you actually want, because what we actually want really it's all kind of the same thing, you know what I mean? It's just like you either choose to like have to remain with that sense of wonder, or you choose to be cynical about it and detach from it, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of young people these days choose to detach, because it's just too much to emotionally handle, because being alive already it's a lot. But I think at the very least being aware that you're doing that and not romanticizing the fact that you're doing that is a good start. And I think I'm seeing a lot of people make that shift recently. Even in music, I feel like music has taken a little bit of a nicer turn. Like, let's think, for example, I don't know, the new Porter Robinson record. That for me like is the mindset that I want to have. it's just like, you know, appreciate. It's just appreciation in its purest form, instead of just like being like having to explain yourself. You know what I mean? All this kind of shit that's like so inherently nihilistic. And I mean, nothing wrong with nihilism. I just don't think it's a healthy way of living. I guess then I guess it's probably very like, that's literally what I'm saying is wrong with nihilism. But I don't know. It just feels like you're ridding yourself of that beautiful kind of sense of wonder that is inherent to you as a human, by being like cynical and like I didn't like, you just want to be loved. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, it's get over yourself. That's basically what I'm trying to say. A lot of young people just need to get over themselves, because once you get over yourself, you can start to get over a lot of different shit. But until you do that, you're just stuck in your own narrative. And I am in the process of walking out of that. And actually, this album is sort of all about that. It's kind of the first step. It's like recognizing, recognizing it happening, and then the music that I'm gonna put out following this record is most likely gonna be about the actual like change in viewpoint, and the actual change in approach to sort of being alive, really. It's probably gonna be a happier record. Which is not to say that this record is sad. It's just very matter of fact. Like, what all that you're hearing is just like, it's exactly what I was feeling when I wrote each of those songs. And I make it a point not to qualify it, because I don't think there's such a thing as bad feelings or good feelings. It's just feelings that clearly, at the moment that I wrote these songs, I needed to feel, and I felt them, and I made them into something, which was my way to process them. You know? And I'm gonna do a lot of stuff with this EP this year. Like, it's not the end of the cycle. I'm planning to shoot at least 2 music videos. I mean, it's technically gonna be 1 music video. That's kind of like 2 things. So it would be like a long ass music video for the songs Sketching Green and Perform together, kind of like a short film. We're gathering funds for that, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty promising, because there's like a script, like it's a fucking script and shit. Like, can you believe that? But yeah, it's just very exciting. Acceptance, the video for Acceptance, I don't know if you've seen that. That was super fun. That was really, really fun, because that song is really fun. But the next one is gonna be like, it's definitely more long form and a lot more work, but I'm also gonna be doing it with a lot more people, because, as you know, I usually edit, direct, and like color grade and whatever, animate videos myself as well. It's like a one-man kind of thing. At most, I'll have someone like holding the camera, you know what I mean? But this will have like, acting, script, an FX team, well, not a team, it's a person, but a dedicated person for the effects. um, and I really hope it kind of like transmits the message, because Perform is a really special song to me. Together with Sketching Green as well, it's very very emotional. It's probably the most emotionally charged song in the record, and it's also one of my favorites in terms of sound. It's like, it's just very you know, oh man, okay, it gets me a little choked up. Even like when I play it live, like the drop, that drop part hits, and like people feel it. I feel like they feel it almost as much as I do. Um, it's it's very rewarding, and it just feels very kind of emotionally validating. Oh, of course I care about the music, dude. It's it's more or less all I have, so like I kind of have to care about it. Um, Drum and bass. I've dabbled, definitely dabble in DMB. There's a bunch of like amen breaks on my shit. Like, if you listen for them, you'll find like at least like 17 different tracks with with amen. Um, the rest, like the song "The Rest" in this EP, is based on a. The entire song is based on a. I believe is the freak break, with a couple Foley elements. So it's pretty drum and bassy, so you might like it. Check it out. It's the fuck, the third song, the second song on the album, I think. Yeah. I like that song quite a lot. Tour. Well, whenever, honestly. Um, there was. Luke, you're gonna kill me, but I don't fucking remember where you're from. So that will also, that will influence. You know what I mean? What like how far I can go. I know people wanna see me in Argentina. Um, and the U.S. definitely, people have been telling me about the U.S., but I'm kind of scared of the U.S. I don't like it. There's also like people in the U.S. that don't like me, and I'm scared for my safety. Uh, oh yeah. But yeah, there's the U.S., Netherlands, and Japan. That's like the places that people want me to go to the most, and I'm like, all right, if you pay the ticket, I'll go. Yeah, I mean it. Um, Actually, fun fact: if you with you since yeah, I mean it, you purchased the 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 CD. I sent it to you today. Like, I mailed it to you today. So that means you get access to the free trauma tab book ebook that's on Bandcamp. Not on Bandcamp, on fucking Shopify. Uh, so there you go. You actually can go and get your tabs. Now, if you want LSD, that's a different kind of thing, and I don't do that. I'm straight edge. Tough shit. Um, Live videos. Yeah, I should. I was planning on doing like a fucking a live, like a live from home kind of thing with my usual set. Uh, at some point, to kind of like celebrate the release and all that kind of shit. Which I might still do. Like, everything is just set up. I don't have to do anything. Um, but yeah. Right now, I don't have any shows lined up, but whenever I do, I'll make sure to post some footage. Um, Probably I want to like take my recorder and like my Zoom recorder and just like plug it into the console, because otherwise like fucking like show audio is disgusting. Uh, the tabs. But yeah, late last year I played like a fuck ton of shows. It was exhausting. Like my back was like all arched because like my main guitar is pretty heavy. Like it's a Tele, but it's pine and it's polyurethane. So like the finish is super fucking heavy, compared to my backup Tele, which is ash. Zach, I do have tabs. Totally. Just go to the Shopify and you get a free tab book. If you're interested in that, Tenchio, Shopify, or the Bandcamp and the merch. Yeah. I just brain farted for a second. So what do you guys want to do? Like, I'm just chilling. So like, just ask whatever the fuck you want, and you know, let's just do some shit. But requirement, you have to listen to the fucking EP, because that's sort of the whole fucking point. Y'all know this? Come on. You gotta know it. Anyone? What the fuck is pre-calculus? How old are you? Pre-calculus. Isn't that what you get, like, before you ejaculate? BTS. yes, it is BTS. Insights in writing bass lines. Big fan of your bass. Oh fuck! Hell yeah! Finally, someone acknowledges my bass lines, dude. I fucking love writing bass. You just see my leg right there. I'm wearing like really, like depressingly short shorts. Fucking writing bass. Okay, let's bring out the bass. For writing bass, honestly, no. I guess it will sound counterintuitive, but know your chords. About to be 18. Nice. About to be able to enter P-Hub legally. Just know your chords, like, because you know how the usual is like the bass will follow the root note, right? So like if you have like a C D E progression, which is a cadence, I guess, not a progression, but whatever. C D E, you can do that, which is a root note, right? But if you know the third, maybe the fifth, like the octave and the fifth, like just if you just know the rest of the notes and that and whatever chord you're like resting on with the root note, you can make so many melodies out of it. Like if you go up to the octave, so like if I have like a again C D E, like I can do like You know what I mean? And it's immediately more interesting. And when you pair that with like drums that like when you pair that with the movement of the drums, you get some really rhythmically and melodically interesting things going on that still kind of hold it down. You know what I mean? Because that's the whole thing. It has to hold it down. Like it has to keep it pocketed. You know what I mean? It's not like you can't just like be like fucking Cliff Burton and just be like, because that defeats the purpose of it being bass. Just do guitar. You know what I mean? But for bass, that's for me that's key. Like pay attention to the kick and pay attention to the chords, and then just like arpeggiate. You know what I mean? And be like. Yeah, and it gets interesting. Um, Definitely pick up the bass again, dude. It's so worth it. And it's so much fun. It's my favorite instrument. Like to play it, 100% my favorite. Filling out a scholarship. Fucking scholarships. God, I hate the like the educational system. I'm done with it. What brought me to making music? I just had to. It was it wasn't much of a choice. Like I'm telling you this because I tried to stop. Right after I released Cross Hatching, I I was set on like that was my last album. That's what I was saying to everyone. That's what I was saying to myself. That's what I was saying to the people. That's what I was saying to my family. That's what I was saying to everyone. Right? I'm quitting music after Cross Hatching because I want to be an adult. Because like whatever bullshit. Because it was total bullshit. And so I guess like I tried. I started I started training to become a teacher, not even a music teacher, just like an English teacher. And that was I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get a fucking day job, and I'm gonna give in to the man. You know what I mean? Like all the things. And then like I fucking started writing songs. Like I couldn't fucking stop myself, and I would like open Reaper out of muscle memory. And I just couldn't fucking stop. And I was like, I was like just starting out my relationship with my partner at the time. Granted, we'd known each other for 5-6 years at that point. So yeah, whatever. Um, but so she was like she saw me be like, oh, I'm gonna give up music, whatever. And she was like, all right, if that's what you want. And because I was also under the impression that that's what she wanted me to do. She never fucking said that. She never like she was actually really into the fact that I was doing music. She's always been very supportive. So like, it was all me. I was all trying to be like fucking. I'm gonna. It was just because I didn't think that I was good enough, and I wanted to make sure that like I didn't fuck my life up or whatever. But then those like all that started becoming songs, like Projector is all about that, and that struggle, that push and pull. um and After I wrote Projector, I just realized like I can't stop because I've tried to stop and I couldn't. Like I need to do it. It's like it has to happen. And that's when I decided to go all in. I was like, okay, fine. It clearly I clearly can't ignore it, so might as well just like, like go balls deep. And 2 years later, I'm making it work. You know what I mean? And it's very, very satisfying. It's hard. It's very, very hard. Very difficult. But very satisfying. And I don't think I would do anything else. Not only because I really can't, but I won't. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of people found me through Projector. It was like a big boom. I did not expect for it to go over that well. It's over. It's at like 11K now. It's fucking crazy. Like my previous music video before that has like 1,000 views. It's nuts. Like I don't know what happened. What zeitgeist I tapped into with that song, but I'm glad I did. You know what I mean? And it's a really, really, really fun live song. People go nuts on it. Even in the fucking spoken word part. I don't do the spoken word part live because it's too embarrassing. I just play I just turn on all the pedals and just fucking go ape shit. But yeah, Projector is nice. I am kind of like sick of it at this point. Like, it's like my Freebird. You know what I mean? It's just like, I've heard this 1,000. Because even when I was like working on the song, that was the song that was like the hardest to mix. It was so fucking hard to mix. So yeah, it's like it's in every single little section of every single little instrument is like engraved in my head. I know exactly how it goes. So it's like, you know, it's like watching Friends. You know, you've seen it 8,000 times, and it's not necessarily bad. It's just like, yeah, I know what happens. Sozen's comment. Holy shit, that's old as shit. I was 16. Fucking hell, I remember I sent that to I sent that when I released that EP, Bedroom Chaos. The first thing I did was I sent it to Utoy, the guy who's behind Nojikas. And he was like, holy shit, you're doing my thing better than me. And I was like, that is like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. And he really liked the song with Kenta, because he said it reminded him a lot of Rinto Shishigure, which fair enough, it sounds like exactly like Rinto Shishigure. But yeah, it was just like a very funny interaction. We're chummy since then. Like it's like a Utoy is in college. He's just like a dude. I mean he does have a project called Mukozo, which is like kind of like half Nojigas, half spoken word, which is pretty good. But yeah, his online presence is like disappeared. Wazakana, I have no fucking clue where he went. We were doing a collab. We were working on a song together, but like that fell through because he disappeared. I believe he started drawing, like he started focusing on illustration. He's probably like somewhere on Skev or some shit, you know what I mean? Making like porn. But yeah, I don't know where they went. I mean, that's the thing with like Japanese like college DTMers. They'll just like drop like 5 albums of straight fire and then disappear. Like that's just what they do. FK. Thank you so much. I will listen to the new one so I can keep making music. Listen to the new album. It just came out. I hope you like it. I hope you like this headstock as well. It's huge. Do you guys like P basses or jazz basses better? I used to like jazz basses, but these days I'm really really into the P. Don't take that out of context. Well, do I don't care. I am really into the P. Oh, see you later, Albert. Albert, go help your mom, of course. I I why would I I I feel like Ozzy Osbourne. No, yeah, dude, like have a good rest of the day. Thank you for hanging out. I'll remember that shit. Eh? Was it? There you go. Yes, because it hides my face. Because I'm very self conscious. It's supposed to look like this because it's exactly where my face cuts off. Oh, dude, fucking, I don't give a fuck about like sound and instruments. It's all about the 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 fucking look for me. That is true. That is true. Uh, Thartman. Um, Hartman. Um, that is true. Like for example, this one is a P, but it has a J. It's a PJ with a P shape. Um, for slapping, like you have to have that fucking the the bridge pickup of a J, most definitely. But like for looks, I'm saying just like I would definitely. I'm a P. I'm a P boy. I'm a P boy. Peabody. But yeah, for me, instruments is all about looks, 100%. Granted, I mean, functional pickups and shit is good. And I do have certain preferences, particularly like Alnico 5s on pickups, single coils. Um, but beyond that is all just like the way it looks, kind of. If you're wondering where I'm at on the Tonewood debate, is mostly fucking bullshit. Like, of course it it changes the sound, but does it change the sound enough for it to matter? No. You know what I mean? The drawing streams. I haven't drawn in a fucking like in like 6 months. So I don't do the drawing streams because I don't do the drawing. That's just a different issue, I guess. But yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, everyone like does just run shit through VSTs, or even if they don't, like, I don't know if you've seen like those fucking like gear demo kind of channels that are like, we're testing this $1,000 million Gibson through this like $1,000 million Mesa Boogie, and it sounds like shit. Like they just don't know how to dial tone correctly. That's 100% what's happening. Like, it's not the guitar. So yeah, like fucking my main guitar that you've heard on every single record is a fucking Squier stock, with like most of the time with strings that are like at the very least a year old. And then I use an IRC telecopy that I modded the shit out of. It's barely functional, but it's super light and super comfy, and I set it up good. Like if you, as long as you set the guitars up to that, you're good. You know what I mean? That's another one that cost me like $100, and I use it for everything. I use it for recording. I use it for live, and it sounds killer. And this bass, Squier Affinity, it came with a fucking little amp. Dude, I've never ever been like, oh, you can really hear the mahogany on this record. Like, you can really hear the Seymour Duncan like bridge pickup in this like album, and that's what my song is. That's why I like this song, because I can hear the Fishman fluence on it. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, get over it, 100% get over it. Yeah, it's a classic vibe, 50s vintage blonde, all stock, from 2016. The only thing that I would really change is probably the tuners, but just because of a preference thing, because it's the old style where you have to like pre-cut the string and then like bend it and push it in. Which are, I think are called F style tuners. Koa wood is beautiful. That's another thing that I should, I guess, point out. Tone wood is way more important in acoustic instruments. That there's no debate on that. Like 100%. If I'm getting an acoustic, I want, something that resonates correctly and that is like properly thought of. I fucking love Koa. I want to tailor Koa so bad. I have Takamine right now and it's fine. But yeah, the classic vibe is like really, really like I couldn't really. There's nothing that I would be like, this is unacceptable for any level of music making that I could take part of. It's good for live, like it stays in tune, stays intonated, sounds great, feels great. Everything is like, all the frets are leveled correctly, finished, spotless, or at least it was when I got it. Now it's all fucked. Frets are fine. Everything's like, truly, it's just fine. It's great. But I will let you guys know, like, I will let you in on a little something. There is talk, and by talk I mean there's like a 90% chance of a Tenchio custom model guitar in the throughout the year. It's kind of exciting. Built to my specific specs. It's something that I haven't announced it yet, and I'm not gonna announce it until it actually happens, of course. But it is in the works, and that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I'm gonna solidify that later in the year. Working really closely with that. And it's exactly what you expect. It's like quite literally what you expect. My custom pickguard. Okay, there's two things that happened. I the telly came with like a regular 3-ply black that's like period accurate, because it's got the 5 screws instead of 7, like from the 50s, but they used to use 5 instead of 7 screws for the telly pickguards, and they don't have the screws for the pickups. Like if you want to adjust the pickup height, you have to take the pickguard out. That was the pickguard that I got. Of course, the one that it came with. After that, I was like, this is boring. Like, eventually I was just like, this is fucking boring. And again, I saw Utoi from Najigas. He did like a vinyl print of his for the top of his telly, with like a bunch of like conceptual art for Disintegration, which was fucking. I was like, jacking off to that like daily. And so I was like, I'm gonna do something to mine. And so, you guys know I'm a fucking like comic collector, right? Like, I don't know if you know that about me. I've been collecting comics and manga since I was a child. And so I just grabbed all my like doubled issues, like the issues that I had like twice, 3, 4 times each, and kept like the best looking ones. I had them sealed, and then took the other ones and just like started making a collage. Then just glued it on. Like straight up glued it onto the pickguard. Waited till that dried, then did like 3, 4, 5 layers of lacquer, spray lacquer, and then 1 layer of liquid lacquer. This was 2017, I want to say. And of course with time it like sort of just started to chip off because I play really hard. And so what I do these days, it's do a proper conditioning, but like what I do these days is just like cut something and stick it in the whatever part I tore off, and then just like keep like sort of patching it up like that continuously. The most recent one is one of the actual like vinyl Tensho stickers, which makes all of the sense. You know what I mean? Previously there was a Shivatron Construct sticker that I might want to get in rotation again to sell if you guys are interested in that. It's just like a Shiba Inu that says Shivatron Construct. It's also there's also a shirt of that if you guys want to get it. Is the one that you see in the short story Beach the Artist. He's wearing that, like, just shameless self promotion like that. But yeah, that's what I did. I was planning on doing that to the base as well at some point, but I kind of like this like kind of tortoise perloid kind of thing that I got, because this one originally also came with a black guard. I just swapped it out. Honestly, that's all I do to my instruments is just swap out the pick guard. Like that's my quote unquote modding. Because like for instance, this one, this I don't know if you can even see it. This is my Chinese style. Fucking, this came with a white pickguard, and then okay, so what happened is I was recording with it, like recording a track, and I went so fucking hard that I started bleeding, and I didn't realize, and I bled all over the fucking pickguard. And then I sort of forgot, and then it dried, and then so it was just like gross brown splatter on the pickguard. So I just painted it black, like spray painted it black. And that's why this is the way it is. And then a knob came off, so I just put an Ibanez knob on it, and of course the fucking this thing came off because they always do. I just kept like that because it's like pretty nice, so I don't hit myself with it, and I don't change the pickups by accident while playing. And then I melted some plastic to make like some strap locks, which are like just like they're mounted with I don't know how you refer to these in English, but we call them tirafondos, which is basically the bolts I use to mount like TVs on walls. So I just like dipped this shit in wood glue and just like fucking screwed it in, like made the strap hole way bigger than it should be. Same thing for the back, like for the bottom one, but instead I used a sewer pipe cap to lock this shit in. I just drilled a hole in it. It's very third worldian. I did a similar thing with the bass. Melted the same plastic to make some strap locks, and hasn't done me any issues so far. It's actually pretty good. But yeah, like my quote unquote modding of these instruments is not like, is never like playability wise or tone wise. It's always just like either like the look or just functionality, you know what I mean? That's like I'm all about that. That's it. Cause like the tone, I know that I can get the tone that I need from any instrument. You know what I mean? Like, I'll figure it out, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah. That being said, I fucking hate the sound of the bridge pickup on tellies. I can't use it. I can never use it. I fucking hate it. It's so thin. It's so like, it's fucking useless. Like I can't even like even if you wanted to play like some punk shit that's like power chords, I feel like it doesn't have the chunk. You know what I mean? There's no fucking use for it unless you're doing like clean country, but like finger picky country, not like fucking Keith Urban, more so like Johnny Highland kind of situation, which I kind of fucking hate. So, like I really don't use them much at all unless it's super distorted. That's what I love about the Schecter Monster Tones. They're basically like P90s in the shape of telly pickups, but without the noise. Because that's another thing, they're super noisy. But the good thing about the P-Bass is like fucking since the pickup is split, it's pretty noiseless. Something Leo Fender thought of way back in the day. Who else does erratic math rock since America? There's one band here in Uruguay that's like considered to be the one math rock band. They're called Power Chocolatín Experimento. And they're all the sons of a really famous children's book writer that I used to read as a kid. So it kind of comes full circle because he was my favorite. The band sucks though. Struggle, creative block, or motivation when yeah, of course. I had a fucking whole year of that. It's never sort of been like a creative block per se. It's more so been like a insecurity of motivation, like what motivation, like what I was not being secure on what I was trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. You might notice that this EP is like a little poppier than the last one, and a lot more vocal centric. And coming off of cross-hatching, I was scared to go into that direction because I was like, oh, this is not what I'm known for. Maybe people are not gonna like it. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not gonna go over so well. But then like I would try to make something that was like, okay, I'm gonna make something that sounds like Tentio, and it would just like, it wouldn't happen. Like it would happen, but it would just sound like very uninspired because there was nothing behind it. You know what I mean? And so I kind of stopped trying to make it happen, and just whatever did happen, that's what I would work on. Like whatever did come, I would be like, okay, this came to me for a reason. Because this came to me because clearly I want it. You know what I mean? And so I just any idea that I had like that, I just worked on that. And that's still what I do to this day. What keeps me going, what kind of fills in the gaps for me, is the fact that I produce for other people, because I get their energy and I just work off of that. So I don't have to sit with my just like empty space, you know what I mean? When I don't have a lot of inspiration, because of course it's not linear. But yeah, whenever I do struggle with that kind of shit, I just don't do anything. Like I just wait, and try not to feel bad about it, because like I'm not saying that good stuff won't come out if you force yourself, but I'm just saying like there's a better chance that you're gonna get something that you really really feel good about if you just give yourself time and like even just like do something else, like I don't know, play a video game if you haven't played a video game in a while. That might, like, if you're not receiving a lot of input, you're not gonna be producing a lot of output, you know what I mean? So like if you're burnt out creatively, just take that time, accept that you're not gonna do much, you're not gonna fucking create much, and just consume a shit ton of shit. I mean, just watch like 8 shows, listen to, I don't know, a whole soundtrack, read manga, read a book, play Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many the fuck they are. And eventually, like, it'll just sort of kind of slide into it. Like, the inspiration will kind of bleed through you again, because it has to. Like, we don't just absorb stuff. Like, it's like taking a shit, you know what I mean? Like, you don't just, when you eat something, you either the food either goes into your system and becomes energy, or you shit it out. But it doesn't just stay as food in your body, you know? And so like whatever you watch, whatever you read, whatever you listen to, you either forget about it, like because you hated it, or like you either just form a bad opinion on it, or it nurtures something in your brain, and that eventually will build up into what I guess you could call inspiration. So just give yourself the time and don't punish yourself for not being able to create at that specific moment. Does that make sense? You guys know that one? Yeah, man, that's just my experience. I don't know how much it'll apply to whatever you are struggling with, but yeah. Yes, don't you lynch. Good catch. Oh, dude, I used to listen to Ballet Mechanic every day, walking home from school. Like it's I can like recite that fucking EP for like note for note. It's I wouldn't even say that it's a good EP, because if it ends super weird, it ends so like whatever, but it's so good. It's so good. I'm not gonna say it's good, but it's really good. Oh, that's so nice, man. That you picked up bass over Don't You Lynch. Everyone like my family and my friends, the people who know me as like a person, aren't really super into my music, of course. Particularly like I don't know, my girlfriend, my mom, you know, they were never super into my music because it's pretty fucking out there in the grand scheme of things. But the one thing that they all just agree on is that it's like they just love the fucking every like my mom. I would catch her like humming it, my girlfriend humming that shit, and just like random, just ad nauseum, just at random points in it. Like she would be like cleaning something and she'd be like da da da, and I was like I wrote that. But yeah, it's just like it's just like I wrote a good thing. That's like my biggest kind of validation thing. Look here, right now. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for hanging. And I guess you're welcome. Yeah. No, I mean that's. I'm glad you like it. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm glad you dig the shiz. Have a good one. You guys want to know something like really fucking annoying about Donchy Lunch? Like that someone like brought to my attention and like it kind of destroyed me. Okay, so there's this I don't know how familiar you guys are with Latin American music, but there's this fucking where did my wallpaper go? Anyway, there's this motherfucking band called Maná, like from Mexico or Colombia or some shit. I think it's Mexico. And they have this song called Oye Mi Amor. And let me just play Don't You Lunch for you, just to like refresh your memory. Like just get a like a can you hear that? Got that? Now listen to this. And ever since I've heard this, it fucking ruined my song for me. Because I fucking hate this band. I still love the bass line, but it's just like the fact that it's my fucking friend Abel, he was Mexican, he was like, this sounds like, and I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? But it's true, it does. Like it does sound like it. Like it's literally the same notes. Is it na 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 na? It's I was like, I mean I've come to terms with it now. But at the time I was like, just it hurt. It was wild. It was crazy. Do you know what would be fun to do? A fucking live mashup. Like, whenever I play the song live, I just like in the middle of it, so they're like, oh damn yeah, more. On top of like the noodly guitars. Actually, I feel like for crowds like local, that would actually probably go way over huge. You're required by law as a Mexican to like Maná. I believe that. Like I that's just like us in football. Uruguayans in football. Astro Blur. Oh my god, thank you so much. That's really, 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 really kind of you. You don't have to torture your friends like that. But I really appreciate it. There's a new EP that came out today. So if you like the music, then you have new music to listen to. So dig in. I'll be doing a couple of music videos for the record in the coming months when it stops being like boiling hot here. We've been having like 40 Celsius these days, so I can barely even leave the house, and I'm all swollen because I got an allergic reaction. Good times. Oh man. I think I'm gonna like head out as well myself. I'm very tired. I have to do the dishes. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Like I'll probably be streaming more often. It's fun. I enjoy it. Be busy, but like you'll get a note if you know if you're around. So yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. I really appreciate your company, and I hope you enjoy the new songs and the new record. I really worked very hard on it. Alright, goodbye everyone. See you in, I don't know, whenever I'm not busy. Thank you, Hardman. Thank you so much, all of you. Really, I really like. I fuck around, but I really do appreciate it a lot. Like a lot.